Hey, my name's Sean. I'm an applications engineer, and I'm going to talk to you about MeasurementLink in DataStudio. So let's first dive into what MeasurementLink is. MeasurementLink gives you the ability to create custom measurements and then be able to call those within Instrument Studio. So as you're first bringing up new silicon, maybe you're checking out some measurements with like an oscilloscope or your SMUs in Instrument Studio to make sure the silicon's good. Um, then the next step, what you want to do is maybe start taking some actual measurements. So in this case, we're doing an ADC linearity test. And this code here is written in LabVIEW, um, and it's communicated to the soft front panel via gRPC. So we can go ahead and run this. And while that's running, I can talk about, kind of the benefits of MeasurementLink. For one, like I said, you can dock it with an Instrument Studio. But two, it's also language agnostic. So this test here that's running was written in LabVIEW, but this test here was written in Python. And so we give you the ability to create these soft front panels for your measurements and write them in any language, and then call them directly in Instrument Studio so you can very quickly understand if your part's good or not. As you go down the validation chain, you might want to start running some automated tests. So the other benefit with MeasurementLink is now I can call these tests directly in test stand without having to rewrite this code. So that's kind of the power of MeasurementLink. You can link your measurements to Instrument Studio. You can link them also to test stand and start doing your automated test flow. So once you've started collecting data, you may want to review that data. So we have two tools here to kind of review that data that you've collected. One is the Spec Compliance Manager, where you can, at a high level, understand the health of your tests and if you're taking the tests correctly. So you have your data sheet specs here with their limits and different spec conditions, and then the limits as well, as I mentioned. And you can kind of quickly see once the data has been uploaded, were my tests passing? Were all of them passing? Or maybe some were failing? And you can also make sure that you're covering 100% of your specs that you have listed in here. So that's kind of the high level view of the data you've collected. But if you want to drill down further in the data, we have DataStudio to do that. So here you can visualize the data. In this instance, I've got 3 different serial numbers. You can see the distribution of each of the parts. You can quickly identify here, there's some outliers on this particular serial number. You can also create reports so you can pass it on to your customer further up the chain. So that is how we're helping you streamline through the validation process.